Vale, pero me voy a poner los cascos.
Vas a sentir la luz. La que quieres. Seco. Y hoy desayuno alimentación cada mañana con un colacao, como un cambio.
Vale, pues vamos a continuar con el L.A.Noire. Espero que esto lo esté pillando bien. Sí. L.A.Noire. No, ratón. Que había entendido que íbamos a continuar con el L.A.Noire. ¿Sabes de dónde sale el L.A.Noire, no?
No, yo estaba ya. Esta es la mía. ¿Sabes?
Man, ni siquiera sé qué juego es eso. Seco, ¿eh?
Vale, a ver. Vamos a continuar por donde lo dejamos el otro día. El problema de esto es que tiene muchas mecánicas y está complicado. Se cotiza alto. Ramiro, ¿puedes entrar un momentín al directo? Para confirmarme que siga el juego, que vaya todo bien, simplemente. Bueno, correos de Hollywood a cine chino de Grauman. Vamos al cine chino. Claro, y está el remaster de este juego que seguramente vaya a 60 FPS y tal. Perdón.
This car cost me a fortune, you moron.
Perfecto. ¿No escuchas el juego? Vale, y se nos oye a nosotros, se os oye a vosotros, se me oye a mí y al juego, ¿no?
Hope you got some money saved up.
Vale. ¡Hola! Tiroteo. En plan a civiles y toda la pesca.
Getting close and steering off the tar.
No pasa nada.
Good. We need to get closer.
Vale, ¿puedes confirmarlo? Pues vale, quítate un momentito la llamada del Discord, ¿no?
Getting close and steer him off the tar. I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
Vale, ahí está. Hemos pinchado las ruedas.
Hit it, Cole. Spin him out.
Se van a pata. Les voy a atropellar. O están ahí dentro. No, están ahí dentro. Ok.
LAPD, put your hands in the air.
y dispara a un ciudadano. Patata, a ti se te oye que hable con Petito. A ver, con Petito, ¿puedes hablar un momento?
Hola, buenas tardes.
Vale. Se oye, vale, perfecto, pues ya está. Venga, de vuelta a la llamada y a jugar al Code Verónica. Vamos.
Getting close and steer him off the tar. I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps.
Hola, hola. Vale, se oye todo bien, ¿no? Más o menos.
Hit it,
Vale,
Cole.
perfecto,
Spin him
perfecto.
out. Let's see how fast
¿Qué
he
te
runs
pareció lo
up
que has visto del
there,
juego,
Evans.
ratón? Es de la Xbox, ¿no? ¡Hola! ¡Hola! Tú, que ha volcado el coche, se ha puesto a dar vueltas de campana y yo qué sé, una exageración. ¿El qué? Pacoy seguro que no está. Venga, vamos.
Paco está nada más que en el Dark Souls.
¿Sí?
Como el yo referencia.
¿Te imaginas que ahora lo de From Software ponen en todos los juegos de Dark Souls y Demon Souls un cartel que ponga Paco estuvo aquí?
No, solamente que pone Paco y va a estar aquí.
Exacto. Me gusta cómo piensa Ramiro.
Eso.
Competito, ¿para cuándo el Demon Souls? No, si no te digo el 5, te digo el original. Pero si es que el bueno es el original. El 5 es buenísimo también, no lo he jugado, pero... hay gráficos. Vale.
You're paying for every last scratch.
All units in the vicinity and any central unit. Citizen reports of 415 at 7th and Central. Unit to handle code 2, identified.
Tú, pero vamos a ver, competito, ¿y tú cómo te piensas que he jugado yo al Demon Souls en el ordenador? ¿Con tecla y ratón?
Christ alive, this is a nightmare.
¿A los rata? ¿Cómo a los rata? Un petazo. Vamos. Sí, sí, ya lo he visto. Sé que acabo de dejar yo al hijo puta ese. Venga, hasta luego.
You're clear, go. Stay down.
Qué orgullo tengo.
Tell Courtney.
¿Que te vas a mudar? ¿A dónde?
Bad luck.
A Narnia.
Vale, no vuelvas.
Tried. It was worth a try.
Soy
God.
Nacho,
Acabo de ver algo muy turbio. ¿Sí?
Polar Bear Ice Company.
¿cuándo?
Really did. Wonder whether it was worth it. Most people never get the chance to be rich. Wouldn't you risk it?
Monster on my PA. No, on my feet. Oh yeah. So nice. It's a monster on the river.
Muda.
¿Que te vas a mudar?
Sí,
¿A
a Narnia.
dónde? ¿Por qué?
Porque quiero.
Porque arriba España.
Exacto.
¿Por qué te vas a mudar a Narnia? Hasta España. Ah, qué bonitas palabras. General.
Looks like Sheldon is bringing his own fire too. Look at that.
Juicy, Beckett, Goldrick, Driscoll, these are good guys.
Eso es
I
general.
to get wrapped up in this thing.
General Trapito.
Not everyone has your unwavering restraint in the face of temptation, Cole.
KTI Radio, a service of the American century.
This isn't looking good. I feel like the fat kid at the back of a race.
You sure it's Cohen making the hits?
All fingers point his way. Your buddies are in way over their heads. Being a Marine doesn't mean shit out here.
Stop! Turn back the other.
Nacho, porque de repente un zombie se ha convertido en Flash.
Dale tiempo, ya verás. Sí. Los de Resident Evil, sí. Hostia. Dime. ¿Qué sueño? Tener un sueño.
They're making a run for it after them. I'm gonna put out an APB on every one of the sons of bitches on that list.
APL to car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Hey, Courtney Sheldon is at Hollywood Station requesting an interview with Detective Cole Phelps.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's not correct protocol, 11K. I'll take that as a roger.
Car 11 King en route.
Dime. Voy a por algo de beber, no tardo, ahora vuelvo. Nacho, dime. Increíble.
Exacto.
No sé por qué, pero me ha echado. Hola.
Hola, vale, pues hoy seguramente empezamos el Nuzlocke. Espero que estéis preparados. Ramiro no sabrá ni lo que es.
No estoy preparado para un vlog.
Pero bueno.
Ok, en ese caso, mis respetos. Pues lo empezamos hoy. A ver, ¿de qué juego lo hacemos, chicos? ¿Del Pokémon Plata o del Rojo Fuego? Plata, pero lo voy a hacer plata original, ¿eh? No el... Vale. Tú, no. No me jodáis. Pues sería imposible entonces. Bueno, a ver, se puede hacer, pero... voy a hacer un canal ahí en el Discord, voy a hacer un canal que se llame Nuzlocke.
Roy, in my office, if you please.
I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But, Cap,
No buts. This is more important.
A ver, que me toca investigarle al tío este. Me toca interrogarle. Está en la sala 2, Phelps. Está con un curandero. En la sala 2 con un curandero. ¿Qué me estás contando? Tú subes los escalones, escalón a escalón. Puto Rockstar, qué asco.
Like. Dios, qué pereza tengo. Normal. Ramiro, ¿nos echamos al hardball?
Nada, que solo tengo que interrogarle yo.
¿Qué? ¿Echamos una partida al hardball?
They weren't even his prince and he still confessed.
Hardball. Cabeza bola.
Al Hellboy. El Hellboy tiene ahí algún juego en PSP interesante, ¿eh?
Sinceramente ni siquiera sé que era un Hellboy.
Yo lo he jugado. Yo lo he jugado, a un Hellboy. ¿Sabes? En mi momento tuve PS Vita y PSP.
Yo tuve una vez una...
Vale, a ver si están aquí. Aquí están.
Sheldon, is this your attorney?
No, detective.
Renzo canje de hidratación. Ok, Renzo, a tu salud.
He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
you stole the morphine from the Coolidge.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation.
Venga. Sexto Marines o robo en el SS Coleridge. Empezamos fuerte.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
Yo sí. Ah, pero es que yo estoy en el...
How do you think this is going to play out, Courtney? It's either going to be you or Jack.
What's this got to do with Jack? Jack would never be involved in anything like this.
But you would.
He has already denied any wrongdoing.
No falla, perfecto.
I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but it's difficult, considering they're all dead. That leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
You're training to be a doctor, Courtney. How do you justify all of these deaths? You're supposed to want to save people.
Before you get on your high horse, I saved my fair share in L.A.Noire and Okinawa. My conscience is clear. How do you sleep at night?
Gol.
Have you finished, detective?
I'm just getting started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Even when you're not prepared to sacrifice.
Jack is not in this. He's a good guy.
You or Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
What are you offering, Cole?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office, now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
You heard the man, Phelps. Upstairs and face the music like the hero you wear.
Vale, perfecto, José. Perfecto, pues vamos a jugar un rato a esto, un rato largo, y luego miramos de preparar el Nuzlocke. Lo que pasa es que me concentro o me la lían los cacos, es increíble. Por cierto, o plata original o rojo original. Así que... ¿Qué opinas? Creo que deberíamos ir con el plata. Por eso de si lo sacamos adelante poder dar la segunda ronda. Y el rojo clásico se verá muy... Hay diferencia en verdad entre el plata y el rojo. En el plata añaden nuevos tipos, ¿no? Vale. Vale, no pasa nada. A ver, el plata me gusta, pero... O sea, yo qué sé, no sé. A ver. Sí. ¿Cómo? Sí. ¿En qué juego? Claro, a ver, pero los Pokémon de tipo psíquicos en la generación del rojo y en la generación del plata están chetados en las dos. O sea.
Listen, Marie, I need to explain.
Please leave. You're upsetting the girls.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my daughters.
Go to her, Cole.
Vale.
You've done enough damage here. Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie. Can't we at least talk?
Bueno, y a ver las reglas que hacemos. Si es que yo no sé cómo va lo de las vidas. ¿Qué son las vidas? ¿Cuando te matan el equipo por completo o cuando te matan un Pokémon? Sé que tengo que capturar el primer Pokémon de cada ruta. Por cierto, me acaban de echar del trabajo. Perdón. Y mi mujer me está dejando. Sí. También.
I'd like to explain, Marie. I'd like to tell you what I've been going through.
What you've been going through. I have had reporters camped out on the front lawn all morning. I can't stand it, Cole.
No.
Competito que te gana,
Pero si voy ganando yo, si yo soy el de la derecha.
Ah, increíble, lo estoy viendo,
Dudo mucho que los mafias sean mejores que este, ¿eh? Muchísimo. Muchísimo. Pero... Bueno. Seguramente sí merezcan la pena ser una IP que acaba de pasar. Vale, hemos terminado el caso, ¿eh? Vale. Vale, perfecto. Le estamos poniendo los cuernos a la mujer. Nota del caso. Hacer que un marín como Félix delate a sus compañeros requiere perspicacia y pruebas sólidas. Sí, le estamos poniendo los cuernos a la mujer. Pero bueno.
Tiene miedo y abandona el partido.
De Gasman, el instalador de gas. Este lo mismo te instala el gas que te mete la llave inglesa, seguramente.
Espérate que tengo que poner el móvil a cargar, el ordenador a cargar. Voy a poner el cargador, cojo el cargador y ya está. Nivel 3. Sobre insólito.
Vale, voy a ver cuánto me queda de juego.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Cap?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Vamos. Investiga el incendio de los... Ah, hay 2 incendios, perfecto. ¿Cómo? No lo sé. Se cabreó. Tú, el Flight Simulator como para jugarlo, tú. Vaya locura. No, hombre, no. Animal. En el Flight Simulator íbamos a ir. Y lo desinstalé porque pensaba que iba a ser como el GTA la conducción y... No.
Talk baseball, exchange addresses. I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? Look somewhere else.
So this is how it's going to be, partner?
I already told you, I don't do partners. I seen you on your phone.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in their face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one?
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. They come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. Lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man of the house. In the ruins. Terry lady's his wife.
I'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Que me dio con los controles.
Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. Lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
No!
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. My house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
Revancha. Injusticia. Manifestación.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Nice shot. He's like a fortress now. The ball bounced off the goalpost. Perfect strike. The player is frozen.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Media cop.
Circumstance.
Players are still holding on to their superpower. The penalty area. He's using all he has. That goal was one of a kind. Fantastic. A shot from the air. Incredible goal.
¡Oh! Mira, me acaba de pasar.
Nothing significant.
Es que no se llega, a ver.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
¡No!
A rising shot. He enlarged his head. He made it obvious from the beginning he was going to play defensive. He shot the ball towards.
Look, Buster, we all have work to do here, and you aren't.
Increíble control y dominio del balón. ¡No! Eso es ya. Humillada, ¿eh?
Christ.
9-7.
Did you read about the
Phelps badge 1247.
Pushed him in front of the car?
¿Lo hacemos a la de atrás?
That's the copy car.
Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Tú, qué pesado los de YouTube.
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks.
Espérate, que me están diciendo. Espérate. Desafío. Espérate, vamos,
Poderes más reforzados, ¿no?
Eso. Me dura cada cosa más tiempo. A ver, en un momento voy a ver mis poderes. Poderes. Vamos a improvisar.
Un momentín.
Y yo los tengo los dos al nivel 3. Voy a cambiar una cosa de tecla y ratón, a ver si puedo cambiarlo. A ver, disparo, tiro alto.
Vale, perfecto. LOL.
Ramiro, espérate. Me he hecho una partida para me he hecho una partida para acostumbrarme a los controles y lo hacemos. Qué rato me da.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen? What can you tell us about the travel tickets that you issued to the Steffens family? Steffens. Let's see, family of 5, I think. Trip by flying boat to Catalina Island. Tickets were issued last week and redeemed this weekend. The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
Un momento, Ramiro. Guapa. Mientras se despide mi padre también de ti, Ramiro, que te has escuchado.
LOL.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of L.A. So they are not a government agency? I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions. I'm told the tickets were a prize. Yes, they were. You do a lot of these prizes. Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat. While the Steffens family was at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky? Christ. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me who offered the prize they won? Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who's won. Thanks for your help. No problem. Wish I could do something for that family. You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now. I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you? Good man, Cunningham. You're all right. Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great. You know the way. You can drive.
All right. Where to?
Tú, suena ahí eléctrico, ¿eh?
Let me guess. You
Chicos.
want to check out the Suburban address.
Que suena ahí un mal contacto.
Great partners must think alike.
Ya está.
Espérate, que ahora estoy yo en partido. No, Ramiro. No te eches, pero me queda poco ya de eso. No, me queda poco.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the Suburban Redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Vamos, en los últimos 2 segundos consiguió empatar.
Buenísima.
Soy el mayor. Ramiro dice adiós a mi padre. Padre dice adiós.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Hi, Albert. We've got this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater explosion.
Another one.
Looks that way. Insta-heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month to go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Vale. Vamos al jardín.
Que sea para amigo. No, amigo.
Mal. You gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer.
Sebas, hola Nacho, ¿todo bien? Dice Sebas. Sí, Sebas, todo bien. Aquí estamos jugando a L.A.Noire y luego seguramente empecemos Nuzlocke de Pokémon, ¿vale?
The burns are superficial.
¿Y tú qué tal?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater.
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Vale, esta vida no tiene sentido. Amigo. Es que también es un ratón. ¿Y Nacho qué hace?
¿Jugando a L.A.Noire?
Ah, vale, que está como te vas callado.
Es que este juego tengo que estar muy concentrado, tío. Es lo que tiene, no es como GTA, no tiene nada que ver con GTA. Es que Claro, tiene... ¿Desde cuándo has iniciado directo? Pues llevamos nada, menos de una horita. Hace menos de una hora. No vamos a estar aquí todo el día, o sea que... Sí, hasta las 12 de la noche mínimo no me piro aquí. Hay que jugar. Sobre todo hay que jugar porque lo tenemos empezado. Además, desde hace meses y meses este juego. He recuperado la partida. Y me interesa bastante, la verdad, terminarlo. Me quedan 4 o 5 casos. ¿Te ha tocado? ¡Ah, Kun es bueno! Bueno, papacito Kun.
Hey, Biggs. Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Se parece un poquito al GTA, dice Sebas. Ah, claro, es la misma desarrolladora.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Es Rockstar. Es lo mismo que un GTA, pero ambientado en los años 80, incluso un poquito antes, y es temática policíaca. Y tiene mecánicas muy peculiares. Pero claro, es GTA. Es un juegazo. A mí me parece un pelín lento, pero vaya, que es lo que renta.
Stop! LAPD! Slow down. You've got an ID on you, Firebug. Stop right there.
No puedo. Estoy persiguiendo a un cabrón que corre. No, que corre, no que se corre.
A family died in that fire. We need to ask some questions.
¡Hola! El problema es que no sé pegarme. Vale, no sé pegarme, pero le estoy inflando, ¿eh? Venga, hasta luego. Vaya juego, tú. Vaya puto juego.
strike, a ver.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
Va a tener un mechero o algo así. Si tiene mechero, a la cárcel. Mechero.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio.
¿A quién? ¿Quién?
Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Me la has puesto a huevo, Ramiro, me la has puesto a
Why
huevo.
have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case.
¿Me puedes hacer administrador de tus directos? Dice Sebas. Bueno, si te pasas por aquí más a menudo, lo terminarás siendo, ¿vale?
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Oye, Nacho, yo llevo unos cuantos
Who exactly? Can you drive to this one?
y no me había hecho administrador.
So where do you want to go?
Hombre, pero eres VIP, o mínimo, ¿no?
¿Qué?
Eres VIP.
I've never seen anything like this.
Sí.
Pues está.
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged.
Pero si es que no hay admins, hay moderadores, VIPs y poco más.
Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Algún día seré un admin.
Sebas, ¿estás suscrito a mi canal de YouTube?
No. ¿Qué? ¿Nacho?
No, le pregunto a Sebas.
We came as soon as we could.
¿De verdad, Nacho? ¿De qué te ríes?
Lynch.
Biggs?
Vale, muchísimas gracias, Sebas. No, de nada. Sí, estoy suscrito. Vale, muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
Perfecto.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Exacto. Alan.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
¿Cuántos capítulos? 291.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Nacho, no sé si esto se estará escuchando en tu directo por el posible copy, ¿eh?
Pues si lo puedes quitar, te lo agradecería, la verdad.
Voy a bajar el volumen o voy a quitar el este. Lo tengo cargando.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Creo que ya se han cargado.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot, turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these.
Ya estoy preocupado con el copyright del DLC de GTA. Estoy ahí haciendo malabares para quitarlo.
Thanks, Albert. You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
The guy's a freak. He loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Raysick. You should find him in his office.
2 peanuts are walking down the street. I don't need this. I swear.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case where that poor lady killed in City Hall.
I'm gonna get good and tight on the front.
One nice thing about egotists, they don't talk about other people.
Tienes que decir en qué tiene más búsqueda en internet.
A ver si era de Google, ¿no?
Sí.
Sí, lo juego en su día. La mierda.
No, pero a ver quién hace más. Una cosa. Ramiro.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70 here. Let me take a look.
Sí.
No, escalada de roca. Escalar.
We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
¿Alguien sabe quién es Calvin Harris?
Sí.
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle.
One Direction.
Gas flows across from here to here. The
Nacho,
diaphragm
¿qué tiene más
regulates flow.
búsqueda? ¿Calvin Harris o Microsoft Word?
It's been reversed. It's a subtle change.
Pues Calvin Harris,
It
melón.
means the gas never closes off properly.
En Google. ¿Sabes?
Pues no lo sé, yo qué sé.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
Ah, y te terminaste de Space porque lamentablemente no pude quedarme en el directo. Sí, sí, Sebas. Ay. Vamos a decir que... Luego lo subo a YouTube, ¿vale?
All you need is a screwdriver and a wrench. Anybody could pull it apart and put it back.
Joder, traumado con Elysian, ¿eh?
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Ojo, cuidado, Tinder o Microsoft Word, ¿eh?
I saved the whole
There,
year for
around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
No sé.
The hell's this guy
This is a long shot. We are not gonna roust that whole list.
Vale.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
When is America gonna realize? It's about giving, not getting.
¿Qué? El joder, el Tampa Play está guapo.
Operator, give me R&I.
Está guapo.
Putting you through now.
One nice thing about Edith.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Entonces cuando nos lo acabemos seguramente...
How could I help, detective?
¿Sabes qué cuesta 60?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Frank.
Dame un momento.
Muy famoso. No van a vender por 5 euritos, van a decir...
Me gusta cuando piensa, Ramiro.
Hombre. Es raro, pero... Exacto. Es muy raro, la verdad, que piense. Pero cuando pienso, pienso. Y cuando no, también.
¿Ves? Ahora no lo estás haciendo.
Increíble. Canto también que al juego que Nacho le caiga copa.
Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens,
Tu competito, ¿tú quieres morir?
conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder,
Sí, 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 sí.
assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Dime.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Tú no puedo ahora, competito, tío. Tengo que estar concentrado en esto.
Roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Racing. Desperate times indeed.
Perfecto.
Así que tranquilo, No es mi objetivo, pero... Nacho, cuestión de vida o muerte. Es mejor el pano para hoy.
You're behind the wheel.
Qué asco da,
Ya hemos estado aquí, vale.
Vale, Nacho, ya has estado ahí. No vuelvas a pasar por ahí, porque ya has estado.
Sí, sí, sí.
De repente tocan a la puerta de mi casa y el macho
con un bate de béisbol y el padre competito diciéndole ¡adiós!
¿Habéis visto la versión esta con del otro productor de HBO de la Liga de la Justicia?
Sí.
No.
Yo también. Y me gustó más que la otra, la verdad. Mucho mejor.
Yo no.
Son casi 4 horas de película. Solo te digo eso, Ramiro.
Competito.
Vale, tenemos que seguir aquí.
¿Qué temporada de Yoyos te gustó más?
¿Qué?
¿Qué temporada de Yoyos te gustó más? ¿O no te lo has visto?
Estoy en la de...
Vale, entonces no es nada.
I don't need
La que
this.
más me gusta es la primera.
That broad has socks in it from here.
¿En la que está Nacho?
I think his name is Phelps.
La que está Jonathan.
Go to that case, that poor lady.
¿Tú sabes quién es Nacho, no?
No, Nacho, ¿sabes quién es?
Bien, a ver.
Nacho es Lisa.
I used to be indecisive.
Eso es.
Now I'm not so sure.
No os lo quería decir.
En verdad no me hace spoiler, ya mis amigos me han spoilado de todo. Mi nombre es... Yo no me ya sé, ya me han hecho spoiler de todo ya, ¿para qué? Y por lo que he escuchado...
Como insultes a mi pelo, te voy a matar, ¿vale?
Vale, tranquilo. Pues, mi conversación es cogeré mi instante, se mete en el agua y matará a tu madre.
¿Cómo?
When is America gonna realize?
Era el abuelo, pero bueno.
No, no. A ver, iba a cargar...
Bueno, a ver qué hay que hacer aquí.
Nacho, ¿tú has visto la temporada 4 de Yo-Yo?
Nos la estamos viendo. No la hemos acabado. Así que mejor que...
No, pero yo me refiero al primer enemigo que aparece.
Ah, vale. Pues eso, morir.
Sí.
Claro, pero que me refiero que primero se iba a cargar a la madre, pero, ¿sabes?
Sí, claro. Sí, lo cogió una botellita de cristal.
Sí, por eso. Bueno, Nacho, ¿estás concentrado?
Imaginas, dice, no.
Sí, más o menos.
Nacho, yo no quiero desconcentrarte, ¿vale? Pero piensa en pizza. Piensa en pizza.
No.
No quiero...
Joder, tú el competito, ¿eh? Es como si no pudiese vivir si no te desconcentra.
A ver, espérate. A ver si tengo puntos suficientes para...
A ver.
Yo creo que Nacho me va a dar de
That's the creep. Walked out on his wife.
Ojalá.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
No tengo.
Vale.
Ramiro, ¿tienes tu punto?
You're a real asshole. You know that?
Mirando qué hay que hacer.
Si tienes punto, por favor, dale a vetar acción del juego y mover cámara. Por favor.
Pero competito, hijo, ¿qué te he hecho?
Es lo que me estoy preguntando, tú. Es como si el Sekiro le quitas el parry, tú.
One nice thing about egotists.
Venga,
We'll talk about other people.
el Sekiro sin L1.
Nacho, no es nada personal, es puro, es mi persona, ¿vale?
I saved a whole year for that car.
Joder, el competito, te odia. Competito, ves a Nacho y le dices, te quiero pegar una hostia. Yo creo que tampoco tengo punto.
Es como que te acerca alguien y le dices, te quiero, y lejos de mí.
Exacto. Como tu crash, básicamente, competito, lo que te dice a ti.
No como la de Nacho.
Joder. ¿Qué te ha hecho los Nacho?
Me estoy ahogando con pipa.
A ver.
Normal. Ya decía que seguro era raro.
Ay, Dios mío. Que me ahogo.
Ojalá.
No. Ay, que me estoy ahogando.
¿Qué ha sido eso?
Nacho, que me estoy ahogando.
Yo creo que te ha mandado un mensaje al móvil,
Ayuda.
No, jódete.
Ya estoy mejor, ya.
Qué pena.
No me ha llegado ningún...
Y uno de euros era raro.
No me ha llegado ningún mensaje al móvil.
Ay, es que ha vibrado un móvil. Y Nacho está en el PC. No era.
Mira, Ramiro, voy a hacer una broma a alguien. Dime una letra de la A a la Z.
P.
No tengo a nadie con P.
Vale, buscamos a Walter Clemens.
Tener a tu papá como papá.
No. En verdad sí, pero no voy a hacer.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment
Ahí
building
está.
on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Venga, hazlo uno sin que sea, ¿sabes?
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasic.
Sale de la ceniza, un grupo que ya no existe, un grupo que ya no existe y otro grupo que ya no existe.
Joder, ah.
Vale, perfecto.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Probably nothing.
Vale, perdona, quitando el 8, No, que el 8 es un número, un grupo que ya no sabéis.
7.
Vaya.
¿Quién ha tocado?
Te mando captura.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
No, Paco ya el número 1. ¿Sabes?
Ojalá hubiese tocado a Paco y me río un mes.
Te voy a enviar captura, pero solo de esa persona porque no da mis contactos.
WhatsApp, ¿no?
Sí, mira WhatsApp.
Competito. Ángela.
¿El qué?
Ni es como vibraba ahí el móvil, ¿no?
Sí, ¿el qué pasa?
¿Quién es?
Mira, ¿qué digo? ¿Ratón? Pues la que no se te ocurra nada.
Yo no soy pa' bromas, competito, pa' eso liano, una chera.
¿Sabes lo que te digo?
¿Qué? Sono Dios, Dios.
Voy a quitar esto porque esto no tiene copyright.
Niño, voy a quitar esto porque esto no tiene copyright. Eso sí tiene copy, ¿no?
No tiene. Tranqui no tiene. Adivina de quién es este rap.
¿Qué Yuli?
¿La escuchas, no, Ramiro?
Sí.
¿De quién es este rap? No.
Yo es mío.
No.
Iba a decir con.
Calla un momento. Ahora sí que sí, ¿de quién es?
Dios.
Vale, ya estoy por aquí. Let's go. Maldito competito, me odia, tú.
Pero sí.
Ramiro, por favor, haz lo que te he pedido.
No.
Y como ya contesta Nacho por TikTok. Vétale mover la cámara, por favor, Ramiro.
tú, pero ¿y eso por qué, competito? Te voy a echar del canal vetado para siempre. Dice, me paso todos los días. 2 veces te has pasado por el canal.
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
No.
Se llama estudiar.
Sí, pero si ya has suspendido. Se llama estudiar el anime de Dragon Ball.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Racing?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of
Bien,
ignition by arson.
bien, eso es bien.
Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work
No, a
waiting.
ver, estoy en Semana Santa.
Exacto.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
¿Está Peche Luis?
Can you drive to this one?
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
Conocimiento de Barley, trabajo con InstaHit, conocimiento de Ryan. Vamos a ver el sospechoso. Está bastante tranquilo.
You know Reginald Barley?
No? Can't say I do.
¿Nacho le puede dar? Ya, canta, Ramiro.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Barley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Barley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
Nacho,
Dime.
acabo de obtener 1000 puntos.
You like
¿Qué
fires,
puedo
don't
hacer
you,
con esos
Clemens?
1000 con esas 1000
You service the house on Kenmore.
Tu competito, por favor, tío. ¿Por qué?
I don't remember even working a job on Kenmore Avenue, much less sabotaging the place.
Nacho, te
What
pregunto qué
proof have
puedo
you
hacer
got?
con ella.
Pues si es que cada vez que se pasa por aquí es para joderme, es increíble.
En Dante, en el infierno de Dante, lo que le hice fue no puedas mover la cámara. En el Blasphemous no puedas andar, solo podías saltar. Me encanta.
Os voy a dar una paliza a los dos.
I do a day's work for a day's wage. That's what I do. You got a problem with that?
¿No era?
Sí.
Me acuerdo que
Do
le
you know
dije,
Matthew
no
Ryan?
puedes usar turbo
No.
ni armas.
Don't know the name.
En la última copa era. Ay, qué buenos tiempos. Madre mía. Pero ahora sí que sí, Nacho, ¿qué quieres que haga con estos 1000 puntos?
No lo sé. Yo déjame estar concentrado. Eso es todo.
We get a job sheet and then we go out on the road. There's not much crossover between fitters.
Ok.
Pero te he metido miedo, ¿eh?
All right, Clemens.
Temblando estoy del miedo.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps.
Vale. Bien. Let's go. No.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
So where do you want to go? Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. He's wanted for murder. I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Cada uno tiene un rol, ¿sabes?
Competito.
LAPD, Varley. Stop or I'll shoot.
Ño. Vale. Sí. Cosas increíbles que pasan en la vida. ¡Vamos a por él! Mira cómo corre. Como me hagas dispararte, amigo. No, le digo... Un NPC que sale huyendo. Deberías pasarte a verlo, Ramiro. ¿Estás con el código de Verónica? Hola, competito. ¿Estás preparado para el Nuzlocke? ¿Cuento contigo o no? Perfecto. Contigo también cuento. Pero si le dispara en la pierna, tío, ¿cómo va a haber muerto?
Si le dispara en la pierna, ¿cómo puede haber...?
Cuidado, Elian da por fin señales de vida,
A ver, una foto aquí.
Come on, Varley. Can't keep running forever.
¿Dónde está Elian? ¿Qué haces? ¡Vamos!
Run all the way from Michigan, Reginald?
Vale, está cansado ya este tipo.
¿Se lo leo?
Sí, léselo.
No, que tiene 5 añitos.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you. Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series
Ahora he hecho una pregunta, ¿en qué Pokémon harás Lock? Dice Daxter. Pues estoy pensando en hacerlo en el plata, tío. Si quieres, esta noche empezamos el Lock y probamos el juego de Bob Esponja. Si te parece bien. Pero no sé si lo haremos del plata o de cuál. Os voy a preguntar a vosotros y en función de lo que me digáis también, pues jugamos a uno u otro.
You can drive.
All right. Where to?
Yes. ¿Conoces el fangame de Pokémon Uranium? No. No, Pokémon Uranium.
Nacho, a lo mejor te doy una alegría.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
I'll just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan.
Otro que sale corriendo, tío.
Look what GI's backyard is crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
No, bueno, pues nada. Vallas de metal irrompibles.
going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Don't go to sleep on me. Getting close.
Tú, yo no entiendo qué pasa con esta empresa, que todos son unos cabrones. Pirómanos. No, tío, por favor.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Hola, competito. ¿Competito? ¿Va bien el directo? ¡Hola! Ya está, se acabó. ¿Va bien el directo? Vale, perfecto. ¿Has visto cómo se ha comido el tranvía? Nice. Es que estoy renderizando un vídeo, lo estoy recortando también, la segunda parte del DLC. Necesito solucionar lo del DLC para seguir avanzando. Si no, macho.
We have 3 suspects.
You know the way.
As I like the beach happened, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
Venga, vamos a terminar con este caso ya. Me quedarían 3 o 4. 3. A ver, en ese fangame viene por determinado la opción de iniciar una partida en lock. ¿Lo jugarías ese? Pues es que no lo sé, tío. Es que como va a ser el primer lock, tampoco... O sea, lo vamos a hacer, no lo sé. No sé. Ya veremos. Pero bueno, está bien. Es una opción más.
I have 2 suspects. Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Barley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Al acusar a sospechosos se cerrará el caso. Perfecto.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Seems a pretty basic repair.
Those things are sealed units.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Vale, perfecto. Pues que se venga a Discord.
Nacho.
Dime. Exacto.
Estoy con 2 cuentas en el directo esperando que
Last chance, Ryan. You level with me or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try. But I got nothing to lose.
Joder. Vale.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Vale. ¿No te puedes quedar en los 2 sitios?
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Vale. Ok, no te preocupes. Sí, supongo.
Yo también voy a tener que ir cortando. Luego nos unimos aquí a Discord y todo eso y hablamos lo de la peli. Ya más tarde.
Vale, perfecto.
Venga, chao.
Chao.
You don't ask, you never find out. You want to overthrow the system, Ryan.
The system needs overthrowing.
Regardless of who gets hurt?
What do I care about who gets hurt? Nobody cared about my family. You want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Contratas con múltiples sospechosos, debes acusar a uno de ellos para cerrar el caso. Si falláis un interrogatorio, solo te quedará un sospechoso. Vale.
I think Ryan is our man, but procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects.
Perfecto.
Let's speak to Varley.
Interviewer.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Farley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Vale, a ver, dice Baxter. Eso sí, el fangame contiene Pokémon nuevos, una región totalmente nueva, nueva historia, hasta un nuevo tipo de Pokémon, entre muchas cosas más. Vale, perfecto, perfecto. Lo que pasa es que no puedo hacer un random log. O sea, es mi primer random log. No lo puedo hacer con nuevos tipos de Pokémon, nueva historia y demás, ¿sabes? Voy a ir a por un juego que me sepa más o menos bien, ya que el reto en sí ya es súper complicado, ¿sabes? Y eso. Y si se me da bien, pues ya haremos más. Perfecto. Pero vamos, le echaré un ojo a eso también. Por lo menos para saber cómo es, básicamente. Instalador de InstaHit. Trabajo en la residencia, eso.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Farley, I can hand you over for extradition now, or you can give me something. What's it gonna be?
I'm giving it to you straight. I've told you all I know.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Clement says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. I'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an InstaHeat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Give me something, Farley, or I'll put it all on you.
Hey, look, I could try to pin this on one of the other guys, but I'd just be making something up.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
I got the jitters again.
A ver. ¿A quién acusamos? Matthew Ryan. Vale.
I was door knocking all morning when I got a missing car.
He's the cop who arrested that woman. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail. They think they're untouchable.
Speak to my lawyer. I got nothing more to say.
My acting coach says I have real talent.
Vale, quiero acusar a este. ¿Cómo lo hago?
Help me out. Let's lay a charge on one of these guys and put this to bed.
Vale.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to 45.
I need to sit down.
Buzz off. Your face is starting to annoy me.
I saw his picture in the paper.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home. How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Vale, creo que hemos fracasado. Yo quería acusar al otro, pero no me dejaban. Clemens cumplió 4 años por incendio y no deberían compartir su móvil si le preguntan.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Vale, investiga el incendio, víctimas del incendio. Perfecto.
Can you drive to this one?
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new house development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. The developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Vale.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs. Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are they doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Nope. Not much help.
No.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Never the same, are they?
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You get, miss?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
And then what happened?
It was like Pearl Harbor with bits of the house raining down. Blew out all of our windows that faced the place.
I'll have a patrolman come by and take your statement. Hopefully you'll be a little bit more cooperative with him.
Come on, kid. I'm doing my best here. You were talking about the competition, right? Catalina Island? I've got one of the flyers in the kitchen if you're interested.
You smoke heavily, Mr. Foreman?
No. I never touched tobacco. Why do you ask? What the hell? Those aren't mine.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper gray. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go. Shame about Jep. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a
mouth
break.
son of a bitch!
Come back here. You're not getting off that easy.
I'm gonna beat you black and blue. You're going down.
Stand down! That's an order!
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Phelps, I think I found something over here.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap. If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Pues venga, vamos.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe. Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office. You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
So it's for the greater good, then. One man standing in defiance of what you think is best for the city. I thought an American's home was their castle.
I'm not sure I like your tone, son.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation?
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Venga.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Morley, Dudley Foreman y Elysian Monroe. Morley, Monroe y Foreman. Dudley, Leland, Morley.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Okay, keep moving.
Your boss is a fine man.
You got a problem, pal?
You wait. 5
Operator,
years from now,
message
all
for
our jobs will be
KGPL.
done by robots.
Putting you through now.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. Damn. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not going to ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening.
I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about you, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
Will turn to surprise as you feel the pain.
Stay away from Elysian Fields.
You realize
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that. We bounce into Chapman's place and grab him. His name on the list is good enough for me.
Hits of the week, chart toppers, and variety shows. This is Kate.
You're behind the wheel. You read about the trail? We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Is there some kind of problem?
Let's take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around. Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence. Should revise the APP. He's clearly armed. Definitely gives him opportunity.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously. Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches him. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Vale, José, pues si estás por ahí, acabo de terminar otro caso más. Me quedarán 2 o 3 horas de juego de L.A.Noire, pero es que satura muchísimo. Pues tienes que estar súper concentrado. O sea, es todo lo contrario a GTA, es todo lo contrario. Entonces, bueno, si quieres que lo empecemos ya, pues yo qué sé, le echamos ahí una horita a lo mejor, o sí, 1 hora por capítulo. No sé, por episodio. House of Sticks, la casucha. A ver. De todas formas, te estoy hablando por WhatsApp, ¿vale? A ver, un momento. La casucha. Vamos a ver cuántas misiones nos quedan de esto. Vale, porque el juego va por casos y hay patrullero, que ya lo hemos completado, tráfico completado, homicidios completado, antivicios completado, y nos quedarían casos callejeros, que no hemos hecho ninguno, que son misiones secundarias, y incendios. Y estamos en incendios, que es los últimos casos, hemos hecho 2, nos quedaría 1, 2 y 3. A ver, esto, contenido descargable. Vale, a ver, ¿qué te refieres con contenido descargable, amigo? Vamos a mirar un full walkthrough. A ver. Las vidas son por Pokémon muerto. Las vidas son por Pokémon muerto. Madre, lo que pasa es que eso es una locura, porque es que en la liga Pokémon me van a funar. O puedo ir con mis Pokémon nivel 100. A ver, un momento. Vale, vamos a cerrar esto, que no se nos ha dado nada mal, hemos avanzado bastante. Y lo vemos. Sí, tiene que ser esto, básicamente. Vale. Vale, voy a cerrar este directo. ¿Cómo hablamos? ¿Puedes Discord un momento? Voy a comprobar que se haya guardado bien. Estoy con el Monster Hunter. Vale. Vale. A ver un momento. Pues... Lo organizamos por el chat, aunque sea por WhatsApp, ¿te parece? Y empezamos... Pregúntame por WhatsApp si quieres y te voy diciendo. Vale, perfecto. Pues lo hacemos así, sí. Perfecto. Vale, pues por aquí dejamos el L.A.Noire y ahora continuamos con más cosas, ¿vale? Dame un momento y abro otra vez directo, ¿no?